The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is happening, everybody? Good evening. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. It's my favorite night of the week, Friday. Everybody knows Friday is for the boys. Joining me as always, my left-hand man, the author, David Applegate.
Yo, friends and fans, welcome to another men's room. Indeed, it's a mad, mad world.
Yes, it is. He's a knight. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. It's the Anime Knight. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. Welcome to the Friday night edition of the Men's Room. It is definitely a mad world out there. And also, hope you are having a wonderful Friday night. And if you're going to go out drinking, grab a designated driver with you.
Yeah, don't be stupid. Anyway, not last but not least, our good friend for the evening, Superman Ab Shawhan.
What's up, man? This should be fun. I'm excited. I mean, yeah, it's Friday, yo.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about what happened to you on Sunday and the Nerf outing. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Hey,
our special guest for the evening, Brutal Morningwood.
Hey, thanks for letting me poke around.
Yeah, man.
Did you say Nerf? Did you say Nerf outing?
Yeah, we had a Nerf war. We'll dive into
Wow.
that in just a few seconds. Last but not least, he's always late to the party. It's Brian Late.
Howdy.
Man, a few words. So, yes. Can I help you? Okay, you covered your mouth. So Friday night. Was Friday night that we did the Nerf war? No, it was Saturday night. Last Saturday night. My son it was supposed to be a mommy son game night at church. And my wife was sick. She wasn't feeling very good. So let me just show you the pictures. I didn't want to disappoint him, man. So when he was all like bummed out about it, I donned a wig and I went with
Stunt mom.
Yeah,
No, he went full on Mr. Mom.
That's
My
good.
second movie reference for the day that nobody got.
Yeah,
Mr.
here we
Mom,
go.
yeah.
Here, I gotta find the pictures.
Now, did Mr. Mom take place before or after he lost his job in Japan with the cars?
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think that movie came first.
All right,
But
yeah.
those are two good movies he did.
That was us.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I wore my wife's shirt. I wore her hat, and I wore a Elsa wig.
That's it, stunt mom.
And then my daughter. So while it was supposed to be a mom-son event, me and my daughter had planned to like go get dinner and just kind of like chill out. Well, I ended up dressing her like in his clothes and putting a hat on her and tucking her hair up underneath of it, and she was Lou, Lew.
that's right, Lou.
There you go.
It was Drew and Lou.
Yep. Lou.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a perfect example of a dad right there. Apparition is a perfect
I appreciate it,
example.
man.
That's
Thank
good
you.
fun. Yeah.
That
I brought it
energy,
up, man.
absolutely.
Yeah, like I told you, it was epic. And again, I'm so glad. So how was the nerfing?
It was fun. My big gun jammed, and I couldn't really do anything with that one. But we pulled out the other ones, and we lit it up. I brought a duffel bag full of guns, and of course the kids
like
the
Rick
kids
Grimes
that were
style.
playing. Do what?
Like Rick Grimes style, just the whole
Exactly,
bag
yeah.
full of guns.
Yeah.
Or Rick O'Connell
No,
with that
yeah.
bag of
At
his.
least he didn't Deadpool it and leave it in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm going
So-
with Seth rolled up like in Commando.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
see
Yeah,
and the full pack.
the big one, but
Yeah.
it's
Isn't
not
this the
around
full
here.
pack?
Anywho,
That's great though.
dude, it was a lot of fun. All the kids enjoyed it. Nobody can hear her. She can't hear, by the way. She's kind of bummed out. She can't listen. I said no, because
Wow.
this is a Friday night. Saturday
It's
morning
men's room
is
and-
game night. Is game day. So like we're cool about that. Her listening in on game day, but right now we're the men's room.
Not here.
Not here. So anyway, she's gonna go hang out with mommy and see what they're up to.
It's been quite a week for the lolcows, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Shut the door, please. Thank you. Bye.
I don't know who's
All right.
the biggest lolcow, Disney, Sony, or Ubisoft.
I don't know. Like, so I read up on the Ubisoft stuff, which that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that Ubisoft stuff. So what it is was is anybody interesting in Assassin's Creed?
One
Not
of
anymore.
our
Not for a long
co-hosts,
time.
Chris Fisk, kind of had a role in that. So yeah.
Okay. Apparently Ubisoft accidentally leaked the name of it was code worded Assassin's Creed Red, and it was just kind of like they didn't want to put too much out. They wanted people to know that, oh hey, there's something coming, be ready. Then they accidentally hold on just a second, I gotta mute. Anyway, so then when they accidentally put the name out, which was Assassin's Creed Shadows, in the description accidentally leaked November 15th, 2024, which was the release date. Then started coming like, it may have been still shots or whatever, and it's set in feudal Japan with a black protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
The
Now-
one they happen to be pushing on many shows, including this Netflix anime. And
Yeah, so like I don't care that it's a
yeah.
black protagonist, but apparently like to the Japanese culture and the those cultures, that's like a big no. And like so their stocks have dropped to significant they've dropped a significant amount apparently in the last couple days.
Yeah.
And it's been a
Imagine telling Japan they're about to get this was how the leak happened. They're telling Japan they're about to get an Assassin's Creed set in Japan. And they were all looking forward and wondering which historical figure it was. And then when they saw the name, they're going, "Who the fuck is this shit?" And then they saw the Netflix show, and 1+1 equals get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they were trying to accomplish by doing this, but it's not going to go over very well.
Well, the lead writer has protected her tweets, and if you look at it, she's got tats, and she's got the pronouns.
Well, it's just kind of. I'm just so tired of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so stupid that they want to do X, Y, and Z, and like never focus on like writing a good story. It's all about what kind of diversity we can put.
And
Yeah,
when
you know what I'm saying?
XYZ
Like it's so
doesn't
stupid.
sell, they keep doing the same shit when it didn't sell the first 3,000 times.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
they think by flooding the market, which Ubisoft has done, they flooded the market with a whole lot of stuff, right? And they've done this for 30 years. So they think, well, when Ubisoft started, right, they would get all the old games and repackage them for new computers and sell them at a low discount, right? When games were $40, they were selling them at $30. But then they had Far Cry, And Far Cry made them a lot of money. And since then, every game has almost been Far Cry. That's the other thing they're complaining about, that there's no gameplay footage. And they're asking, is this just a reskinned Far Cry game? Because their last 4 Assassin's Creed games
that's the thing.
failed.
It's not nothing that anybody really wants. They're just kind of putting it out there. So,
yeah.
What do you do?
Well,
you lose a lot of money.
You do a Square Enix, and the publisher.
That's exactly
Square
right.
Enix has broken and said, "No, we're not going to publish it outside anymore. We're going to do our own shit."
That's exactly right, Adam.
Yeah,
Sorry,
people just don't buy it. They don't give a shit. They're like, nope,
No.
we're not going to support it. With things being tight the way they are now, it's like, why would you spend money? Again, we haven't been going to movies. Hell, they closed down our theater. But I mean, if you're going to come up with a product that makes absolutely no sense in a franchise, you're not only just going to get rid of all the hardcore fans, but even the new people are like, yeah, no, we're not interested in your bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
We speak with our wallets. That's what we've always done. That's why none of this shit's selling, and they keep doubling and tripling down, and then they don't make any more money, and then the government bails them out again and again and again.
You would think that they would learn from their mistakes, right?
No,
I mean, yeah.
No, not when the government's going to bail you out. And the ultimate goal of the woke is to have the government pay for everything in the first place.
Yeah.
Bob Iger said it. Okay, you're hearing about Disney losing $4 billion. Actually, no, that was BlackRock who lost $4 billion of its investment in Disney. You got to read the original article on Forbes, and who's going to wade through all that shit, because it's like huge, all the different stuff that Disney and
but does it matter?
IPs,
who cares about Disney and what they're losing? Nobody here watches any of that shit, so who gives a fuck?
No, I'm just saying, if you're into a little bit of furniture, Disney's lost. It's not just Disney who's losing money. The people who invested big in putting Bob Iger in charge, and it's not just Disney, it's not just Ubisoft. There are now dozens of companies all reporting losses.
But it's really funny, though, because Bob Iger this, Bob Iger that, but what did Bob Iger do? He appointed Bob Chapek to jump in there just to take the brunt of it. But all the decisions that are firing back on right now are all of Bob Iger's issues, but he's conveniently portrayed them to be on Chapek.
Yeah.
They've made him the sacrificial scapegoat. However, if you really look at all the decisions that are coming to light right now, it's not Bob Chapek.
And Disney has just reported that they had to cut $7.5 billion of costs. This is on top of the $2 billion they've already cut. Now, despite this, Disney has burned $11.4 billion of its investment in Disney Plus. That includes $4 billion of injection from BlackRock.
How long until they get caught? And how long until they're just like, you know what, like, we should really...
with financial crimes, the problem with financial crimes is they're so subjective. You must have a complainant, and you must be able to describe in legal terms the crime. Saying that Bob Iger gave this woman $200 million to produce a TV show that's way and above excess, that may look like a crime to most people, but unless the investors say it's a crime, it's not a crime. And that's why the government hasn't stepped in, because if they say, well, if Disney loses money, it's a crime, everybody who loses money is a crime, yet they're demonizing Donald Trump over Trump Casino and saying that was a crime. No, that was over
what was
saturation. A crime? Donald Trump losing money over the casino in Atlantic City. The left say that's a crime. Yet they don't say it's a crime when Bob Iger loses $11.4 billion.
That's because Bob Iger's their hero.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why Bob Iger's their hero, because $11.4 billion wasn't lost. It was overpaid to Disney employees and showrunners to make TV shows that nobody watched.
Yeah.
for movie budgets for TV shows, it's not just Disney though. Netflix has done it, and Amazon have done it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, what was it? $90 million for that Lara Croft thing that's dead on arrival, the leaked footage. Who wants to see a flat
more
top
stuff
Lara Croft? Anybody?
There's more stuff
no
on her. I
thanks.
mean, geez. That was a dead franchise a
And
couple
she's
years
not
ago
even
when the movie
got-
flopped.
She's not even carrying
Right.
a gun, apparently. Yeah.
That is
But
so
this one's
stupid.
This one's Stunning and Brave. She isn't. Yeah, she got no guns.
Yeah,
Lara Croft
and she
has no guns.
can't she can't stop him by flashing her boobs at him. The other thing,
Yeah.
Rick.
And the thing is, she's not even raiding tombs. She's an explorer. Oh man, yeah, that's a lot. That's so exciting, right? Watching a flat-chested woman go through the jungle in overalls.
Dude, that 2017 movie or something,
Mhm.
2018, 2019, something like that. It all seems
Nobody
like it was
watched it.
yesterday,
Oh
but
yeah,
Like the
that movie
reboot.
sucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so stupid. Nobody watched it. That movie flopped hard.
I never
Wasn't
really
that the
got
second
into the
reboot,
Angelina Jolie one. So you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, that's why that's. I mean, you're right. The Angelina Jolie one was just a poor story, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't badly made. It was just a poor story that people had seen before.
Well, you're right. It wasn't great. However, at the time, it was fun.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Yeah, but not the
I
budget.
think that's what people enjoyed. But I mean,
I'm
That
not saying
reboot
people
didn't
didn't
get no
enjoy the
love
movie.
at
It was
all.
critically received, but it was
Okay.
just too expensive.
It's like you said, that reboot got no love. So
Mm-mm.
even those of us that
No.
enjoyed the original movie were like, no. Again, speaking with our wallets, you know.
When, and this goes for Ubisoft or anything, when the CEO fails to acknowledge the losses, I mean, in any business, ultimately,
that was 2018, by the way.
yeah,
IMDb rates it as 6.3 out of 10, 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, 48% on Metacritic. 72% of Google users like the movie.
yeah.
Box office, $274 million.
Yeah, the problem was the cost.
I imagine so. Does anybody on here watch Odin's movie blog?
No, sorry.
I know some people don't care for him. He always says I've heard him before on Friday Night Tights say that you can when you see what a box office made, in order to break even, they have to spend like just because they say that they spent one thing, there's a certain percentage that has to go for advertising.
Okay, when you get a movie budget, usually if you spend $100 million on a movie, you spend $100 million on advertising.
There's
You
technically
spend
two,
$200
right.
million on a movie, it's around $250 million. Right. Then half of that revenue they report goes to the theater. Now with Disney takes 60%. So that's why a lot of theaters are closing, because they're losing that extra percentage on Disney movies.
Okay, so I'm looking at
So you got to wait 4 times just to break even.
now. Exactly. Okay, according to Wikipedia,
Yeah.
which we saw that the movie grossed $274 million.
Yeah.
The budget was between 90 and 106 million
So say
break
100 and
even.
100.
to
Yeah.
break even. They say the film needed to gross at least 275 million worldwide. So
Then
it
you're gonna
did not gross 275. It grossed 274.
But then you've got to also consider taxes,
Exactly.
currency conversions.
So
And of
that was a
course-
Warner Brothers film that did not break even.
Yeah.
Which means
And
they
it's-
lost
and
every
it's-
time.
Yeah. But this is
Mhm.
the problem. Studios have been losing money forever. It's always been in the early days, studios just had investors pouring money into them. Now, Disney survived because of Disney parks. Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers survived because it had the merch sales that were huge originally for DC and other IPs. And it's same with Universal. Universal had the parks. Now Universal has woken up and realized, wait a minute, our movies are advertising for the parks, but if they lose money, we lose customers.
Dang. Okay, so I looked up 2018 movies. The highest grossing movie for 2018 was Avengers: Infinity War.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very fair because that was a great movie.
Yeah. But
I was trying to see what what Warner Brothers 2018 movie list box office. Okay, right here. I wanted to see what their 2018.
Yeah.
All right, here. Let me just share the screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
A Star is Born, Aquaman.
Oh.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Well, Crazy Rich Asians made $1 billion, so yeah, that was all right.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ready Player One. Wow, I didn't realize that came out that year. I thought it was older than that.
Yeah, Ready Player 2 is set to drop soon, but it's delayed because marketing.
Rampage, Smallfoot, Game Night, Mule, Tomb Raider.
Wow, not even in the top 10. Not even in the top 10. That's hilarious.
But this is Warner Brothers box office for 2018.
Yeah,
I don't even know what Smallfoot is. I've never even seen that.
So kids movie, I believe, about a little Bigfoot.
Okay, 1517 to Paris. That was a fair movie.
Yeah, but
basically the guys and the crazy thing about it is the people that were the main stars of that movie were the actual guys that prevented that train from being hijacked.
Yeah.
So the actors weren't that great, but I mean they were the actual guys that actually stopped a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Justice League, which that only grossed $3,478,000. Woof.
It was an awful movie.
It was. I mean, there could have been so much good about that, but it wasn't.
Should have been so much good about that, but it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is
Hollywood. No, that was 17. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong part.
Hollywood has said it, the quiet part out loud. They only see pop culture as an IP to be milked and pushed out of the way as quickly as possible, and merely as a vehicle to fund their personal projects.
Yeah.
They do not like popular culture. They want musicals. Look at how much free marketing. Look how much effort they put into that Ryan Gosling movie about La La Land, right? It was everywhere. They pushed that movie so hard. And they said, this is the movies we want to make. And if you don't like them, tough luck. Well, right. I think that was the last time a musical made money. Most of the personal projects don't even get made anymore. They collapse because they either run out of money. That Hollywood, I don't know how they survive because they have hundreds of projects every year, most of which never make it to screen.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
It's a fake economy, definitely. That money printer, a lot of it is definitely showering over Hollywood.
Yep.
Yeah, they just keep failing, and eventually they'll catch up to them, and we're getting there.
Yeah. Now, I thought it'd be the Chinese, but apparently the number one box office around the world right now is Bollywood. For every dollar you make in Hollywood, Bollywood makes like 10 in real terms. More. And I guess that's one reason why Hollywood's trying to appeal to a more diverse crowd. because they're losing to India. And there's more films made in Africa than there is in Hollywood, but it's a budget thing. Hollywood is too expensive compared to India and Africa.
Pretty much.
And you look at African films, yeah, they do well. They see a large audience, but they only make dollars per customer, you know, and they've got virtually no merch, and because they sell the movie after that, they pretty much, when you see an African movie, you're buying the movie. They give you a DVD, you know, that's it. That's the merch. It's a different market. It's a different business model. There's no way big multi-billion-dollar corporations can adopt that business model. They go broke. The executives, it's the same, like I was saying before about Ubisoft. They started as a cheap software company, but they grew greedier and greedier over time. They pushed the price up of games to push up the price of their so the executives can earn big money. But now they're being beaten by $30 games that have been released 30 years ago. You know, the people are going back to Rogue, Doom. I forget the other games. There's a whole bunch of them. Jack, what was the game you were playing the other day, Anime?
I was playing Crash Bandicoot 2 last night.
Yeah, the old Crash Bandicoot and all that. And then I noticed something on the sales figures. Do you know only half the people who bought a PS4 have upgraded to PS5?
That makes sense.
Yeah, they've come out with absolutely nothing for the PS5 to make you want to.
I bought one because I wanted the graphics for coffee and gaming, but then I had to change the settings so bad that I couldn't do it.
And now the only way he can do it is put a lot of memory into his notebook to cover so that it could
process it right.
Yeah, to process it all. Yeah, it's like
that was super annoying.
That's super annoying. Yeah,
you were expecting to play it right through the 5 though, like you do with the 4.
Yeah, it was.
Well, he can't multi-stream because Sony doesn't. Sony only has supported YouTube, doesn't support StreamYard or anything else.
Well, it's honestly StreamYard's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wholeheartedly say that. Honestly, I think it's the fact that my computer's underpowered.
Yeah.
If I could have a desktop, then I could have more power to run towards the graphics end of it, and it would keep it running smoothly. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be bad. It would play very nicely.
Yeah. Well, you also got the heating problem too. That laptops slow down as they heat up.
Yeah.
But it's memory. It's memory. You can't increase your throughput without increasing memory, and definitely a desktop would have more memory than a laptop. And it's cheaper to put more memory in. So you put a whole stick in for the cost. You know, $99. One 32 gig memory stick. Bam.
Yeah. What I don't know. Like, people talk about RAM all the time. Is that something I could upgrade?
Yeah, RAM. You could just take it in, and within an hour you have new RAM. Most stores have RAM for the most common models. Or you just call them up and say, hey, you got RAM for this? And you say, hey, when can you have RAM for this?
Yeah, I should do that. That might make it play better.
What kind of laptop you got?
A Lenovo Core i5 Intel 10th gen.
Model number?
Although it'll be a standard part for Lenovo.
Let's see.
They'll have most laptops, it's by year, not by model.
All right. Ideal Pad 3. 17IML05.
Well, that'll be standard DDR3 for a laptop.
I just wish that the PS5 would have upgraded past the PS4 because, like, I can live stream from my PS4 fine. It just be nice if the
everybody
5
could.
would upgrade and have it where if you were able to do more, because you can't like really share the live stream when you're playing from the PS4 directly and just living to YouTube that way. Like, there's no way to add people to the stream. It's just you.
And see, that's why I only do it. If I did it through the PlayStation, like y'all talk about doing it, I could do that.
Yeah, it'll increase his bandwidth, but
it would be extremely streamless or seamless. But the problem is I can't have guests with me.
Right, yeah. Well, that's why I was hoping the PS5 would fix that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my whole hope for the 5.
Oh.
Like, that would be the add-on. Because, like, 4, we could stream, and then we would just have the problem of having to go through here again, and then as it's find our live stream and play it that way, to have a guest on. And I was like, man, by the time we get to the 5, maybe they'll have that shit fixed so that, you can do everything from the 5 the way it should be.
There you go, Seth. You can get up to 20 gigs.
Oh, wow.
There you go. You can fix you up with it. See, there you go. Bam.
Hot diggity dog.
So that's why I'll never upgrade. I'm sticking with my 4. I mean, I still love my 3 more than the 4.
Oh, shoot, that ain't terrible. $42 ain't bad.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I
get anywhere from a 10 to 25% speed boost.
Yeah, you just need a 16. You got 4 gigs that you can't remove, and then I don't know how much you got in it right now.
Yeah, port 0 you can't change, but in the Levino it does have a port 1 memory that you can replace.
Yeah, it's usually just a door on the bottom. Usually 2 screws pop out. You push the 2 pins, it pops open. You put the new one in, push it down, clicks, put the pad back on.
You can probably find the exact model you have and watch a YouTube video on how to do it. So
yeah,
probably
how to upgrade your memory, and it'll show you the step by steps.
But yeah, I mean, Crucial's just one of several. Kingston's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
But
what does RAM do? I'm sorry, I'm computer illiterate.
Everything you see right now is stored in RAM and shifted to video. Right?
Okay.
When you're streaming, your RAM, your video is the opposite. Your video is put to RAM, and then that RAM is copied to your internet, right?
Right.
So
think of the RAM as what's up here. What you can store.
Your brain. It's your memory store.
Your drive is what you can write down on to store.
Okay.
And then your video memory is how much dictates the speed and amount of colors and resolution.
Yeah. So if you've got more RAM, it could take more. It could take a bigger image, and send it through this, and while it's sending through, it can put the rest behind it in like a stack of cards and just go through them rather than waiting for each one to come through.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Amazon's got it for cheap. I can get a.
Yeah, if you've got Prime, you can have it tomorrow.
KLEVV, Kaliv.
Mm-hmm.
It's 16 gigs, 3200 MHZs. I don't know what that means. For $29.
You said 3200. What? Oh, that's the speed.
Megahertz.
That's the speed. The DDR4. That's the clock speed.
Yeah, watch it right here.
Now memory.
You gotta make sure it's compatible with your model. Yeah.
Memory is those memory modules are practically a computer amongst themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I have. That's what I have is the DDR4. I have 2 of them.
I got 16 in mine
now.
Here's the Crucial that you just sent me, but it's on Amazon for about $10, $12 cheaper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see what the shipping is too, but but you see how that module's got the 2 notches on the side. You've got the thing at the bottom.
Guide notch.
You can only put them in one way, but normally there's 2 pins. When you take the bottom plate off, there's 2 pins. You just push with your thumbs, and that thing will just lift out. You put the new one in, push it down till it clicks. It's only a few millimeters. It doesn't move much. Maybe a 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it only goes in one way. Click it in, put the panel back on, and you're done.
Is there anything I have to do once I start up?
No, it's automatic.
It shouldn't.
No.
Some BIOSes might want you to verify that you changed memory,
Yeah.
but Windows should see it.
Windows might want to connect to the internet and run an upgrade because anytime it detects a hardware change, it
Yeah.
wants to
Yeah,
verify
I don't
the
know
drivers.
for memory. I know it does for CPUs and video cards. For
No, it
definite.
did it to mine. It did it to mine.
Okay.
I just got new memory in mine, and it wanted to go online to run upgrade.
Yeah.
Because
Depends
some DDR chips do actually have drivers.
Oh.
For multi-paging.
Well, that's not.
multi-thread.
That's
Dang,
not
dude,
a
I could
DDR.
get 2 of them. I can get
But
2 of them for $40.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you only give one. That's
You only
the
have
problem.
one. There's a 64 gig.
That's for you need a big laptop for those. Most laptops only got one slot. Well, 2, one with a permanent memory and one for an insertable memory.
Here's a 32 gig. Is that too big?
Depends. You might not have your hardware has to support it.
Yeah.
Oh.
According to Crucial's website, your max is 20. So you have 4 on board.
I have a 2 terabyte.
And then 16 added.
Yeah, but yours is a desktop. It has full memory. It has a full memory slot. Most laptops don't. That's why they're cheap. Sometimes that's how they make them cheap. Is that
I'm
and
looking
how
at
they make them slim.
Lenovo's
restricting their memory.
website.
It's a way of forcing you to say, "Oh, you want the 32 gig laptop? You have to buy the 15-inch or the 17-inch model."
Yeah. The 12 gig module is the biggest you can put in it.
Yeah.
Oh, so the 16 would be too big?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
shoot.
No, hold on.
No. It shouldn't be the 12. It should be, the
16 is fine. Oh, that was on board memory. I'm looking for.
Yeah, but you can't change slot 0 because that's different.
Yeah,
that's manufacturer shit.
I think.
You can change slot 1.
Let's see. Storage. Let's look at storage. Storage settings. So I have a solid state drive, and I've got 96 gigs that are free.
Ooh.
Yeah, 237 gigs that are on it.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. 141 gigs used, 96 gigs for free.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think it's
256.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate how you have to spend almost as much as another laptop just to double your memory, from 256 to 512.
I have a 2 terabyte.
Yeah.
I have a 2 terabyte external storage that is hooked onto the computer, and it's like mounted up underneath of it.
Yeah.
But SSDs do not support external drive boost. You have to do that manually by taking files off the drive and putting them on the external.
Well, I do. That's the majority of I don't keep anything on the laptop. And maybe like if I'm working on a video project, I'll keep that on there while I'm working on it. For the most part, everything that I download, it gets put on the external.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do too. Get stuff off the SSD because the more you have on the SSD, the slower it gets.
That's what I was thinking. Temporary files. I don't know what that is, but it's hogging 45 gigs.
That's called your memory paging. That's where you stack it. That's why you're slow because you've got so much of your memory stacked on your drive, not on the physical system, which is faster.
Yeah, the 16 gigs is the most you can add.
Okay.
That'll reduce your paging on your drive and increase your speed because your memory's faster.
Added to cart.
Added to cart.
Let's see. 2 hours we saved.
Starting tomorrow morning, it's just me and the animals for a week and a half. So if you need any help, just call me.
Nice.
Get your static wristband out and
we could do a video. Yeah.
do a video on it.
Make sure if you are wearing shoes that you are rubber soled and you're standing on concrete or tile, go touch something metal before you open the.
Yeah, short yourself out.
Say that again.
He's telling you gotta get your work boots, right?
Yeah.
No woolen socks.
No,
And you
yeah,
gotta
no woolen socks.
Ground yourself out on your workbench, and then basically touch nothing else. Put the chip in, close it all up.
The desk that I do any computer work on is wooden for a reason. Solid.
My desk is wooden.
Yeah.
Good. But
or if you got an anti-static pack. It's kind of like going to the gas station. You slide out the door, and the first thing you want before you go open your
But it's a
gas
brutal
cap
morning
is
wood.
just tap the side of the car so you ground yourself first. That's actually more dangerous than a cell phone. People don't understand that. They go to grab the pump, they take it out, and they zap, and all of a sudden it's on fire, and they don't understand why.
Mm-mm.
But usually it's 2 small Phillips head screwdrivers. Probably, I don't even know how big, maybe that, like that.
That's the problem. They're tiny screws.
Yeah, they are.
There's only 1, 2. You got to turn it and it pops out. That's how quick it is.
Yeah. Once I got to 40, I was like, wow, those are small. Now 50, it's like, holy crap.
I can't say.
You got your hand on the cover and you turn a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you got a slightly magnetized screwdriver, and you just so they stick to the screwdriver.
Yeah. But it's not that. It's also how the manufacturers actually use an electric to put them in, so there's so much torque on them when you go.
Yeah. Oh no, I use all manual screwdrivers on those, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about the torque that the manufacturers put
on
I
know.
Hold them in. Yeah.
And sometimes the plate gets stuck, and you have to use a flathead screwdriver to pop it off.
Yeah.
But I bet you I could find. I didn't even look. Anyway,
Yeah, sleep.
Our special guest is not saying anything
anymore.
He hasn't. I don't think he said anything.
Muted.
He's just hanging out.
That's all right.
Here we go. Well, this guy's got the whole back of it off. You don't need to take the whole back of it off usually.
Yep.
Sometimes, well, I guess you do.
It depends on the system. Is he replacing memory slot 0 or memory slot 1? Because memory slot 1 normally lines up with the hatch.
The main one is soldered on. Oh, this guy's doing all kinds of stuff. Not
always in Lavino's, but yeah.
He's replacing the battery pack.
Oh, he's doing a full job, yeah.
Yeah, he's replacing the SSD, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at it, and a lot of people have the whole back cover off.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Some people do that also because they want to do a clean out at the same time.
Although it comes off, let's see, the whole back panel looks like 10 screws, pops off.
And then you got 2 layers. You got the main board layer and the keyboard layer.
Yeah. Well, it's upside down, so the keyboard's on the other side.
The other side of it, yeah. But if you want to do a clean out, you have to carefully remove the computer layer and put it onto a static plate.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what this guy's.
Yeah, unless you've got a static protection mat, do not touch the main board and do not remove it.
Yeah, this guy's putting in an SSD. He's replacing the battery.
Mm-hmm.
I just want a RAM upgrade.
You should find one easy. How to replace RAM and put in the Lavino. It should pop up. Yeah.
The memory is under the SSD. You gotta be.
Oh crap! Hey, guess what, Seth? You need light to come up.
Wow, what's wrong?
It's a bit of a job.
Is it? I've got it. I'm looking at a video right now.
Yeah. It's a bit of a job. You need light. Look at that.
My wife's going to Richmond tomorrow.
But yeah,
what-
see,
I mean,
see
what
those
is,
gloves
like-
he's wearing? Those are rubber.
Yo,
Where's the RAM at? Because I mean, I don't see it. Is
It's
this
still on
right?
You
Is
see
that
the
it right
white-
here?
hidden.
You see the white that rectangle? Yeah, under that is the RAM.
Okay. Wonder if...
Now he's doing. He's taking the battery
He's-
off.
He's doing the battery right now, yeah. But under his under that black thing there is the
Now
that's
you
the
don't
cooler.
have to wear gloves. It's just some people do so they don't touch any of their oils.
All right,
But
It
that's the
depends.
RAM.
There's the RAM,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's just a heat sink. All right, so that just pops off.
Yeah. And there it
Normally,
is.
that's all you got to do.
Normally you
Right,
remove
normally.
normally the heat sink's on the back of the protection cover and you take the whole thing off in one move.
Yeah, but now he's disconnecting the looks like the keyboard there. But it
So
shouldn't have to do
literally, this is like,
A word.
this is a
Pop off.
complete
weekend job.
teardown.
but
Yeah,
did
you just-
pop that off like that.
Yep. And you see how when
Wow.
he takes the memory off, he pushes on the sides,
Pop.
little pins.
That
Oh,
pops
that's
out.
it.
And there it is.
Yeah.
And then it's just in reverse, right?
Yeah.
Well, that ain't terrible. I can
Now
do
you
that.
could take the battery out so that you can't short anything, or disconnect it. You don't want
Yeah, I would just pull the plug.
Pull the plug on it.
If I pull the plug, is that going to do any kind of like damage internally?
No.
No, no.
Okay.
It means
No,
the
Everything's
battery.
depowered.
No.
No,
That's just
if you
to
leave
keep,
it off, if you leave it
Yeah.
off, it should be fine. It should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't have it on sleep mode. None of that because
Yeah, it's
then,
gotta be
yes,
shut
it would
down.
short
Shut down.
circuit.
Okay.
Shut down, let it cool down for a minute or two.
But what else is he doing? Because that's a cable for looks like the keyboard. Or no, that was an SSD, wasn't it? That's an M2.
Mhm.
He's doing all kinds of stuff. Taking the fan out.
Oh yeah. There's
'Cause you
like
could-
a dozen.
How long have you had this thing?
3 years.
You got hold on a second.
Warranty on the Vino's probably expired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's already gone.
I think it's only a year, like most of them.
Well, I think I bought a 2-year.
You got a can of
Yeah.
compressed air like this?
No.
No.
Late's coming up.
I would say if you got to take the back of it off, you might as well dust it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
How do you do that?
this? You do this in short spurts because it comes out cold and it'll cause condensation if you're not careful. But you could also vacuum it. A lot
Also,
of
the
people don't.
Levino's case, you don't want it to shrink and cause it to jam either.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But vacuuming, you got to be very careful because you can knock stuff
You
off the
don't want to
motherboard.
cause. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want airflow, not massive temperature.
Because I vacuum out my desktop every
Yeah.
couple weeks. But that's also the curse of having
Yeah.
3 dogs.
I take my tower out every once in a while. I hit it with the air compressor in the garage, blow it out.
Too.
Yeah, short bursts.
But it looks like, there's not a door on the back. So you've got 10 screws you got to take out. And then if you have a very thin screwdriver, because you probably don't have that tool, I forget what it's called, that you got to run around.
See, look
it
how
to
tiny
pop
they
it
are.
up. But yeah, those things are, if you got any Dixie cups, I would recommend just popping them in one.
I've got this metal magnet tray that I use for like under the hood work.
There you go.
I can just set that off to the side and put them in that so
That
they'll
one's
be
even
magnet.
smaller. So there's one that's a different size. Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
that thing
so that means you got to
Oh,
lay it
that's
out as you.
stupid.
Oh
Oh,
god.
that's bull. Oh, that's.
I'm sorry,
bull.
Seth. This is becoming a bigger pain in the ass than I thought it was.
And then you got to get a
It
guitar
is.
pick.
This
I've
is
got a guitar
designed by experts
Yeah.
to make sure only experts can do it.
Yeah.
Just to
And he,
open
he doesn't have
up-
that thing turned off.
No,
Jeez.
no, he
No,
does.
it's
He's
auto
gonna
on.
he's- he's gonna
Oh, when
fry
it
it.
opens?
He's gonna.
it opens.
gonna
Yeah, it
fry
turns
it.
on when it opens. So,
That must be why people are disconnecting the battery then.
yes.
Because if it's going to open, if it's going to turn on,
Yeah, that's weird.
But this person's just disconnecting the battery. Usually it's just a 4 or 5 pin, depending on
And you got to make sure it goes back on the same way.
Yeah. Well, usually there's 2 guide slots, so there's only one way to put it back on.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So now that's dusting. There's the memory.
yeah.
So.
Well, this one looks like it's single memory chip, not 2 slot.
Well,
Unless
it's on
it's-
one side. There's
Unless the main memory,
to
unless,
the left
like you
of
said,
that
the other memory is
spot.
on the left of the hard drive. Yeah,
Right. To the left of that is the soldered memory, and it's either 4
Yeah.
or 8, depending on what you get.
now I see it. It's under his hand now. 4
Yeah.
little chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I see it. I was going
And
to
it's
say, where's the other
probably-
memory? Yeah, you can't change that.
Yeah.
That's
There's probably
soldered
I'm guessing probably a 2 by.
4.
If you have 4 gigs, it's probably a 2 by, and if you have 8, it's probably a 4 by.
Yeah,
It's still 4 chips, but they're denser.
yeah, yeah. But then there was CPU cache and main memory.
So,
yeah.
what is when he runs that like guitar pick around the edge? What is that doing?
That's
separating.
taking all the dust.
No, the
Oh.
guitar pick thing is to separate the back of that, because right underneath that is where the edge of the video screen is. So it's a very tight fit.
Yeah,
It's like
And
when
you
I do
don't
stuff on
want
my
anything in
iMac, I
that
have to
slot.
do something similar around the top to pull the video
yeah.
back.
But
so
I'm
you get
saying
this stuff
in
on
that slot, you don't want anything in there whatsoever.
it. Yeah. And that's why
Well, I
it's
was meaning when he
plastic.
was taking the cover off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's plastic, and it's plastic so it doesn't conduct, because if your case opens, it turns on. But that's to separate the bottom of the case from the top of the case. It's just a very tight fit, because it's
Yeah.
holding the edges of the video. Now there's
Mm.
probably
Don't
still
get-
screws. If you were to flip it over, there's probably still screws there.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a bit more. I'm surprised Lenovo's got that much effort to replace the Miriam.
No, it was designed by engineers, so only engineers could work on it.
Yeah, but that used to be
That's corporate
IBM,
bullshit. Yeah.
and they used to be really simple because they didn't want.
Oh
people,
yeah.
they didn't want people doing that. They didn't want. It's easier with just the door.
hmm But see, the
So-
original design philosophy is the IBM is you had an S100 bus and you just plugged everything into it.
Oh, gee whiz, that's 50 years ago.
yeah, then corporate came along, right?
See how tight fit that is?
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you got that guitar pick
Okay.
looking thing, so that you can separate
The
that's
case.
the edge of the video.
Yeah.
And that's
Or no,
well,
keyboard.
that's
I'm
the
sorry.
bottom. That's
Keyboard,
keyboard.
yeah.
That's keyboard. Yeah, underneath it. But basically, just to keep. And if there's plastic, there might be a metal edge there, so you don't want to use a screwdriver. So that was bad advice.
And that's hurting his fingers something fierce because it's biting him. Look at it.
Yeah,
He's trying to keep
it
the
does.
case is biting.
And I don't know where in the hell it is. I have a tool. Well, mine's a little bit more like that one guy was using a pick looking thing. Mine looks more like that than that small. I mean, like a dentist pick looking thing, not a
Yeah.
guitar pick. I have no idea what box it's in though. I'm not even convinced it made it here.
Yeah.
There's a few things I'm like, I could have sworn I put it in a box before we left Ohio, but I haven't found it anywhere. But you got to be very gentle. And that's why you just kind of pry it open, or you crack the back of your case. Did you order
Not
it
only
already?
do you want to don't want to crack it, you don't want it bouncing off those electronics, and you don't want to bend the see where the holes are in the side. You don't want to bend those.
Yeah. Those little
That's your
tabs.
ports. You disconnect those, they're broken.
Yeah. But the case itself, that doesn't have any, because I've actually had somewhere an open case like that, and then there's a ribbon cable that'll attach, and it'll be like a pathway on the case, and oh my God, those are horrible when that happens.
Here it goes.
Yeah.
Still got a bit of suction on the edges.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, the temperature changes are causing that thing to cold weld.
Yeah. That's why it's best to do it, like leave it off overnight and then do it
Yeah.
before you turn it on.
Yeah.
But now, when you go the opposite way, it just clicks back on. So that's nice. Is he saying it? Are you listening to what he's saying there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just in case you want
That's
to
probably talking
replace
about the battery here.
For replacing the battery, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, which needs to be detached.
Is
First,
that the one? Is
disconnect
this
the
the guy I
battery
was
here.
watching?
I'm gonna
Yeah, Crocs Fix. Yeah, this was the video I was watching.
disconnect the battery always before you
Oh,
work on the computer. Then we are going to show you how to disassemble the battery.
I don't care about the battery.
Yeah,
he's doing that because he's replacing it.
yeah, and there's where he does the memory.
Yeah.
Screw back this one screw.
Now what is
Now
this?
that's the M2. So he does put, I think
You
it's
don't need
M.2.
to screw this very.
Do what?
That's an M.2, I think.
What is
That's
that?
That's an SSD. That's a single
Yeah.
stick SSD.
Yeah,
So is
mine's somewhere.
should
in
I
the
add that
back
too?
over there.
You probably already have something in there.
I have an SSD,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's I mean
But if you replace that, you're gonna have to first you
Just
need to
pull
dump
it.
everything. Yeah, because you got to put
Yeah.
an SSD in with operate. You need an operating system, right?
Yeah, you'd have to have a way to transfer that.
You have to have a stick memory to boot up with, and then dump your hard. Have your. Here's how it goes: when you're replacing the hard drive in a
Here,
laptop, you're going to dump your entire laptop hard drive onto another drive, get a stick boot up system. So put in your blank hard drive, boot up off your stick, and then dump the old hard drive back onto the new one.
okay. Well, here I'm
That's a
gonna.
late
I was
job.
gonna look. I'm gonna finish this. Hang on just a second.
Yeah, that's a higher late to do job. Replacing the hard drive, because it's not just the hard drive; it's moving its contents. Sorry.
I'm trying to hear this.
Lift it up.
Okay, so
There we go.
well, that wasn't terrible.
Take your additional RAM. We have here additional 8 gigs of RAM from ADATA, DDR4, and 3200 megahertz. So the RAM is always going with a sticker up, and the short pin contacts go here, the longer one here.
Short slot, yeah.
So we're going to put this in, and then press it down. That's it.
Oh.
Then
But
we
you got to
take
undress the patient to get there.
metal plate here and put it back where it belongs. There are some kind of clips here, and you put the metal
Put
plate
it back how you found it.
and this clips inside.
Line it up.
So that just clicks on.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yes.
And pretty easy. So.
There. You got to press all corners at the same time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There we go. Now we just reattach.
That ain't bad. I could do that.
Yeah, but yeah.
Where do you? All right. So when you were talking, when you said something about cleaning it,
Mm-hmm.
like where do you blow the compressed air?
I would start in the middle and then blow the compressed air. So that you have the fan there. So I'd kind of start on the right hand side and push. That's just kind of blow it that way, and then the other side. Like one of the videos, they were brushing out. It depends if there's much stuff. There's not a lot of room, so there may not be much of anything. Now I sometimes with fans like that, depends on how they're set up. You might hit. That one looks a little tough to hit. If you can hit the blades, you can spin them, especially spin them the other way. But like mine on my desktop, I can get too much easier, so I'll just hit them. It depends on how much junk is on it. And that's where I like using a vacuum cleaner, because then I can do that to loosen it, and then I can use a vacuum cleaner to suck it up.
I need to just get me a PC.
Desktop.
Yeah.
Much more room, much easier to work with. Just
Yeah.
open the side of the case up and.
Well, it depends, on your motherboard and all that stuff.
But most of them are laid out now so easy because the motherboards are like.
Well, mine, because I've got the Threadripper, I've got when I do memory, it has to be an even mod.
Oh, you got a full.
2.
Yes, yeah. Most people get a full board only because they want to use full memory.
Yeah, I only have 64 gigs in my desktop. So
Yeah.
It'll go to 128, but the motherboard that replaced it, because I bought parts of it were used off of eBay, and the motherboard,
Sweet.
the new line of Threadripper, when I did this several years ago, goes to 256 gigs of RAM, which I can't hardly contemplate what I got. Let 4 times what I got. Hey,
And if you think this is bad, wait until you see how you used to do memory in a Macintosh.
I've done a lot of memory in a Mac. You mean like an iMac, or are we talking like an SE30?
No, I'm talking about a Macintosh, not an iMac. Not before it was iMac. I'm talking about the cubicle.
Yeah, no, I did. Wasn't a Fat Mac. I think it was an SE30, where I had to put 16 megs in, but it could only see 12, and you actually had to clip or desolder a resistor to see it on the motherboard. That was fun.
Yeah. You had to physically solder. Same with the Amiga and many computers actually in the 80s and 90s. You had to desolder memory. A lot of computers did not have slot memory.
Yeah. Well, the 286 clone that we had, and some of the, I think there were Tandy 1000s and some other PC clones.
Yeah.
Had the
memory.
cockroaches, right? You had the
cockroach chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
But some, like the IBM, would have soldered memory on the board and extra and what was it called again? Daughterboard memory with the cockroaches.
Was that the above board, or was that the CPU upgrade? It was called the above board. Yeah. Yeah, those were the days, man.
Yeah, Intel coprocessor was above board, and then
I didn't have one of those fancy
memory,
chip pullers that made that a lot easier. The whole thing, I had to use put it in, hope you did it right. If you didn't, flathead screwdriver underneath. You did a little on this side, did a little this side, did a little this side.
As the IBM manual would say, hold it up to the light, and if you could read the labels on every chip, doing the right way.
Yeah, I didn't. He realized he even dropped out. I guess we bored him to death.
Probably.
Oh, there's a comment.
This was a long time ago. Tony.
Hey, Tony. Shots.
That was a long time ago.
Sorry.
That was at 9:04.
When did he leave?
He left. He left while we were
talking about Disney.
He left while we were talking while I was trying to watch that video.
Oh,
sorry.
Who knows? Could be something with the dogs. Could be something with a storm. Who knows what's going on with them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask about the storm, but yeah, we got sidetracked, and I don't care about Disney anymore. I just wanted to get a bit of fun and throw it out there. That Bob's fallen on his face again.
Yeah.
The message is the only thing that's important.
Absolutely, but so we pretty much it's unanimous that Steph's going to need help.
Nah, I get it. It ain't a big deal.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna clean the glass on the tower, and I'm gonna see if I have a like wing cleaner or something for the keyboard. I know somebody who has it. I know someone.
But where's the storm?
What?
Somebody said something about a storm.
Oh, Brutal said something about it might be a storm. Well, why Adam dropped?
Oh, okay.
It could be rainy up there or something. Who knows?
It's been raining all day here.
Maybe he's tired. He's doing a lot of yard work or something. Who knows? Maybe the dogs are going crazy.
Oh,
yeah, who
shit.
knows? What
My circulation. Look at the patches. Goody.
Yeah, hell, you're talking about the computer tower. My computer tower is hanging open right now. I got a little fan blowing in there.
You used to have one of those. Anybody have one of? You remember those big dual fans for towers? You plug them into your slot powered.
It's pretty much what it looks like. Yeah, it's a big fan. It takes up almost the whole side of the thing.
Yeah, but you actually get. You can actually get now auxiliary slot fans that actually go powered through your PCI.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can actually sit there and go, I want 4,800 RPM. And accelerate. You know what somebody should do? Tie them to a racing game.
It's not a desktop anymore. It just hovers above the desk.
Yeah, your fans just brr, you know.
It's not a desktop before. It floats above the desk now.
Yeah.
That's how fast it's going.
Played Furiosa. Played the new Furiosa came and you.
Yeah.
I hope they did well with that. I mean, it will actually prove once and for all that people are not tired of Hollywood and IPs. They're just tired of movies that are not. People don't want real life when they go to the cinema.
Well, yeah, right. You know, like they just to escape, man. They go to escape the shit sandwich of life. You know, like that's it's the same with games. You know. Yeah.
You play Crash Bandicoot. I'm a Bandicoot. You know, I'm not gay. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Luther. I'm not a satanic, worshiper or anything. That character is you. Unique to you. As you play it, and you play it how you want to play it. Whether it's Doom or the latest Assassin's Creed. You want to play it how you want to play it, And I thought when they brought in all these, design your own character features, that's what you're supposed to do from then on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add a little bit more immersion to your power fantasy.
And now you try to play a Bandicoot, they drum you out of society for assuming, your Bandicoot identity.
Yeah. You're being foxed. You have to play as a fox, not a Bandicoot.
That's right. You're not a Bandicoot. You can't play a Bandicoot game.
You have to play a fox game.
How dare you, right?
Yeah. How dare you? You're backphoning because you're playing a Bandicoot.
I could literally color myself orange right now if I want to. I could just dump a can of
he's a Trump supporter. Get him.
Yeah.
And then play like blue jeans. Play like blue jeans. Just play the game. Yeah. Play the game completely shirtless and
running
say
around,
low every
no
time.
shirt on.
No. You put an orange dot on your forehead. You put an orange, big orange.
No, on the nose. Like on the nose.
Bandicoot is.
Jumping off stuff. Boing, boing, boing.
You put the point. You put
one of those
cheeks under your foot as you play. Boing. Oh,
yeah.
People say, he's phoning me off the hook. Are you on drugs? Son, are you on drugs?
I'm Crash Bandicoot. Boing, boing, boing.
Quick
run away.
Invention time. He's on drugs.
So, friends, I have taken on another adventure I want to tell y'all about.
Oh, what'd you do?
I am now partnering with my wife and making a graphic design custom shop.
Hey!
We're making t-shirts, we're making cups, we're making hats, we're making I think my wife made a couple tote bags today. She made a makeup bag. She made all kinds of cool stuff. This is a T-shirt that my dad designed back in the 70s, and we kind of modernized it and made it cool. And I have one, and my dad has one, so it's kind of dope. That's the front.
That is pretty cool.
That's the back, and yeah, so we got a T-shirt press. That's my dad's shirt. So, yep, we're making and selling and stuff, and man, we're doing all kinds of cool stuff. Farm Chic Custom Designs is the name because we have a whole bunch of chickens and bees, and which we finally got honey out of the beehive, by the way.
Oh,
And that honey is so good.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So we doing all kinds of stuff. LinkTree / Farm Chic Custom Designs. And yeah, we'll take care of your custom needs. Too tired to care hair, you know. I run on coffee and Jesus.
My neighbor next door used to have goats, but a bear ate them. So,
Oh gosh, I had a couple
Oh.
goats at one point a long time ago. My wife's making these
Oh,
for a
man,
women's
that's-
conference this weekend.
Yeah.
She's gonna wear one. My mom and my grandma are gonna wear them, and just kind of it's a church event that they're going to.
That's pretty great. I like it.
Probably snacks. A tote bag that she'll carry, you know. Probably snacks. That's my kids' cups. So, this bag contains my face. She had a lot of people ask about these at a yard sale we went to.
Yeah.
It was a big community flea market, and she posted these posted them up to like show people, you know, what she could do. And a lot of women asked, well, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. And that's hilarious because all my life, that was my mom used to say when I was little. I got to put my face on, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You know,
Exactly.
I gotta put my face on. That's
That was a cool shirt. I like that one.
that's
Yeah, I
great.
got-
So
I dig it.
we're trying to get it all situated. We got a Facebook page set up. Farm Chic Custom Designs right there. So we're just kind of getting off the ground. We got a couple of orders. So
Oh, sweet.
yep,
There you
Yep.
go.
we doing it. But anyway, Dave's got your Etsy. Is that what yours is?
Yeah, that's
what you just posted.
well-
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
He's
that's-
selling stuff
that's
to you.
my Etsy.
Nice. Nice. Dude, you got a Christmas ornament? That's cool. Dang, dude, you've had a lot of stuff to hear. Because it hasn't been I think when you first opened it, you had like these 4, and that was
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. But in the last month, everything has dropped off so bad. It's terrible. I mean, I'm sick of hearing about people complaining about the economy.
I mean, it is pretty bad, and people just don't have money to put towards stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I
That's the sucky
understand it.
part of it.
The sucky part is most of that money is just like going to people who've got lots of it already. You know?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I did a video the other day on it. Millennials are complaining, but they've inherited more wealth than any other generation before them. As boomers die, they're leaving behind billions in assets to millennials. Plus, don't forget all these crypto scams. You know, those were mostly run by millennials. They got billions out of that. Don't believe millennials for a second are broke. They're the richest generation currently, which is
I don't know,
weird.
man. It cost me an arm and a leg to go to
You're not a millennial.
Go to the grocery
Really?
store. Yeah, I'm
No,
millennial.
well, yeah, but don't forget, it's the law of averages. The average millennial doesn't have the wealth; it's the 1%.
Yeah.
You don't have a rich grandfather who left you a Long Island estate, you know. So even though it's weird, it's hard to describe how skewed the economy is right now, and how to unclog it, because the biggest clog is the fact that there's a uni party. They keep running on.
Right.
I mean, Republicans keep running on how they'll unclog the drain and drain the swamp and make things fair again. But you know, like, I guess that's why most people actually believe in Trump, because he has a track record of keeping his word. You know, whereas most politicians today should be fired a week after they get in.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I miss
yeah,
it.
true.
I miss it when
suppose-
gas was like. I miss it
Yeah.
when gas was like $3 a barrel, like $3 a gallon. I miss that.
Yeah,
It was affordable too. That means I could actually drive to anywhere and
But
not
it's
have
weird.
to worry.
But it's weird. Canada, who makes most of your gas, pays more for it.
That
They
is
are the
weird.
source, and
Well,
it's the dearest there.
And of course, Justin Trudeau is not exactly the brightest bulb in the room.
No, that's true. But I heard, and I can't confirm this, that Joe's going to bring in a carbon tax after the election.
Of course, because that's exactly
Oh.
what we need.
Oh, of course. Another pointless Al Gore.
Because
Carbon tax.
California's the only one who has it at the moment. That's why their fuel is like $6. So you think $3 is bad? $5 is bad?
No,
$7.
I would be happy with $3 a gallon. I would be
I know
happy
right now. Yeah.
because then at that time I could easily, if I really wanted to, if I knew how to drive, I could easily drive up to where Seth is. Easily just drive up there.
Everybody blames the government. Everybody blames the companies for right, but people forget 70% of your price is going to the government, whether it's the fuel tax, sugar tax, the regulations, or the payroll taxes, and
The
what's
ass
the government
clown
doing with it?
tax.
The ass clown tax, yeah. Speaking, I mean, it's such a clown world where what you read. Well, actually, not 70%. I mean, 40% of your income is going on tax. You know, 40% of everything you spend goes on tax.
I would say the other word, but this is sectional, and I deeply respect it. So.
Thank
Yeah, I'm trying to. I have a disorder, and I really have to constantly try not to swear. You know, every time I get the urge to swear, you know, I have to fiddle and try not to, because it is a thing I can sort of control. And after the show, I'll go somewhere and swear to get it all out. But because it's a compulsion. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a disorder.
You're more than
you're more
than welcome.
Amongst many things.
Well, on my game streams.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
You can cuss any time on the game streams. I really do not care. I do not care because it livens the party up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I'll be gaming and I'll probably be cussing. Although I muted myself and I didn't even know it the other day.
Hang on 1 sec.
Comment.
So yeah, I posted links in the public chat for my wife's LinkTree, which that's her LinkTree right there. So it's kind of, we're just getting started, getting everything situated. So feel free to check that out. But yeah, man, it's it's going. So
yeah.
Anyway,
No, I saw
what?
the other day. You had
Tell,
pretty good
tell me
reviews on
what
Rumble.
tell me what all this Stormy Daniels stuff is, because there was 2 people in our group chat that mentioned you that we should post that or talk
They
about
saw
that.
my video on Stormy Daniels. All right.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't actually about Stormy. Stormy was given an interview in 2018 after she came out with the hush money allegations against Trump, right? And she said, this was not a Me Too moment. I was not bullied. I was not harassed. It was a mutual consent. But I feel I was used by Donald Trump. And she's trying to say that she wasn't the one who leaked the payment, that was Cohen who leaked it all. Now, fast forward to 2024 and felony charges. Well, along the way, they tried to get Trump 3 times for making payments, right? Now, come 2024, they tried to link it to Michael Cohen's lying conviction, to bookkeeping irregularities, which is purely subjective, okay? If I write legal fees and the government says, oh, no, you have to be very specific what these legal fees are for and which lawyer paid to, whatever. Well, that's entirely subjective. That's not me lying, right? Because it's just an entry in a book, okay?
And basically, what eggplant do we have to put? Where do we put this eggplant? Which mouth do we have to put it into? Basically,
yeah, like it's in Michael Cohen, right? It's in Michael Cohen's column, so obviously it was Michael Cohen who I paid. I mean, how stupid is that, right? It was legal fees. Oh, what case? There's no case number. They just kept trying to make stuff up, and eventually, along comes what's his face, the current prosecutor, and he tries to link it to an FEC violation to make it federal, but he's not a federal prosecutor. So he gets Stormy Daniels to testify against Trump. Now she comes on and says that he bullied her, that it was a power dynamic thing, and that she blacked out, and everybody's saying, oh, we should go for Trump for rape, you know, and then Stormy Daniels just races out of court and disappears and basically is afraid to go on media again because, like, everybody basically starts asking, well, didn't Trump win a case against you? Yeah, the media's turning against Stormy Daniels. That's the major thing that's really weird right now. Because normally it'd be they're all patting her on the back. But the reason why they're turning on her is because some reason, and I'm not sure, but Bill Maher is leading a movement amongst the media to basically oust Biden, that he has to go. So they're using Stormy, and they're using the a Bragg. What's the one in Georgia? Letitia?
I think
That's
so.
the one
Yeah.
in Georgia. Yeah. They're using that failed case to basically say, oh, this has got Joe's fingerprints all over it. You know, if he didn't get involved, Trump would be in jail. You know, that's what they're doing now, is blaming Biden's interference in the case and the DOJ's handling of it. That Garland in his zealous rampage to try and get Trump, you know, has ignored the law, and because he's doing Biden's bidding, you know, he's not an impartial attorney general. And then, of course, it circles back to Biden must go. You know, Bill Maher's decided that Biden must go. Obviously, the price of cocaine has gone up, and Bill Maher's upset.
I know this. Come November 7th, I'm probably gonna need some protection when I go vote. I might have to bring someone with me. I might need to bring someone with me in case, because who I'm voting for is very, very irrelevant. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I do know this. It is going to be a very, very violent day there.
Probably.
So if you're going to go out and vote, please bring at least a few people with you. And Because trust me, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be doing some very weird shit and probably plan this, that, and the other, and all the way down the gravy train. So, but time will tell, though, because the way things are going right now, I am curious what October's going to bring, because this is really, really heating up.
Well, I heard, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, but there's there's a vote movement. They started in California, and what they're getting is trying to get people to not go to polls, but they go to your local church in groups and fill in your votes, stack it, and have your pastor or whatever do legal vote ballot harvesting, because they want to try and get as many Republicans as they can not to turn up at the polls, but to actually stop this vote on the day nonsense. Vote a few days before at your local church, and have your protected vote handed in directly under watch of a voting group to the count, so that they can't shuffle off your votes out the back and shred them. I've been trying to find more about it, but it seems to be a word of mouth thing, trying to get people, because they're fearing that Black Panthers, BLM, and others are going to start showing up at polls like they did in 2020, and people are just going to be turned away because they won't arrest the protesters,
Yeah.
Putting people in danger. And they've seen it before, voter suppression, where they see the protesters and they just leave, They don't say anything because they see the police not chasing them away. They see the people handing out bottled water and vote cards, which is illegal, but again, the police do nothing. So again, more people get turned away from the polls because it's passive aggressive, People won't complain. They'll just walk away, They're giving up. That's how 2020 happens, I put together the largest, what was it called again? The largest voter harvesting or whatever it was, So,
I don't know.
Whatever Biden did, with all the activists, billion of your dollars down the toilet into the hands of activists.
Right.
That's why, vote buying is the only thing the Democrats got, but I forget what his name was. It Charles Barkley or something said this time you can't buy our vote. I think Bill Maher too. He's obviously leading a movement in the journalists to oust Biden. Like I said, that's probably only motivated by the cost of the cocaine going up.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Rich people problems, right? Oh, Coke is what? Coke's $27,000. What happened to the $20 Coke?
This is an outrage, The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
I'm paying way too much for my Coke now.
Yeah. We have leftover Coke. Said nobody ever.
Surplus Coke right there.
Hi, we're here to buy we're here to buy the CK. Sorry, we're all out. But you had some. No, there's a guy by the name of Hunter Bido who bought everything.
Now look, I finally accept the fact that it was not Hunter Biden's Coke in the White House. You know why? There was Coke in the bag still. It must have been Pierre.
I was about to say Harris.
No, she's on uppers. You look at that cackle, man. She's on it. She's taking pills. She's ecstasy, man. She's old school.
Yeah, from her club
But-
days, right?
Did anybody see Nancy Pelosi at Oxford last week?
Oh,
No.
she got booed out of the building.
Yeah, they said to her face, "You challenged the 2016 elections. That you said it was rigged," and she automatically said it was, and everybody just pissed themselves laughing, you know. And she's just looking around like totally clueless. They said that she was a threat to democracy. she was like livid. That's it. But of course, they actually, you know, she had her Botox face on, but you could tell by the eyes, you know, that she was trying to open them.
Trying to open them. Between the Botox and the alcohol. Yeah.
Oh, when she had her hand like this and she's going, what are you trying to do there? And see, like, what's this?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, that's but she said she started going on about Putin, and it's like they cut the feed, so obviously they're like, "Oh, Granny's off a man, off a rock," you know. What's Putin got to do?
Grandma's off the meds.
I don't want to interrupt too much, but I gotta go let the dogs out. Are you guys gonna be on for a while yet, or are you gonna be wrapping up?
I'm ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
Well, I don't think there's much more about the Nancy story. I mean, you've seen it. It's just hilarious.
Well, I
I'm
mean, if
trying
you
to
guys are
rub it
going to
in.
go for a while, I was just going to disconnect and say see you. But
No, Seth, you want to roll?
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I need to set up a stream for tomorrow morning, coffee and gaming, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
because
getting
I've got my
situated.
son running to take him up the road and get his cable. He needs a cable for his phone, so
Gotcha.
sorry to
All
interrupt.
right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna be going live
Hour.
tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. for coffee and gaming. I do have an update right here, so I want to update that now, so I don't have to deal with it in the morning. Check out Anime Night's channel. Check out Brutal Morning Wood. I'm not sure where he's going, if he's going live anywhere or whatever, but check him out. Check out Late, and check out David. All the
videos
channels
out
are down
this
below.
week, finally.
What?
We got some new videos out this week finally.
Wow.
Got a few more to edit, so and some more to
Wow.
shoot.
Wow.
right.
All right, guys. So yeah, check out all the links down below. We'll see you guys right here in the morning. X, YouTube, and Rumble. Y'all have it easy. Take it easy. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.